All right, it would be hard to go live tonight. And oh my goodness, is that true? Okay, now there's two of you saying it. You guys are saying, both Joel and Ben are saying that the Powerball drawing is delayed tonight. I'm going to see if I can find a news article on that and share it with you guys. Okay, let me put their comments up on screen. Um, also, where's my mouse? Okay, so I'm also streaming from my house, but from a different location. I think I'm gonna rent out the blue room, so I have to figure out where to go live from in the house, where the lighting will be good. And I realize that this is not that, but we're gonna experiment with things. And I'm still done up because I made an interview video, but like I've now put on my pajama shirt. And I'll be taking off like things like my eyelashes later. We're going to talk about the Powerball. We are going to talk about student loan debt forgiveness. And I just want to start this stream off with that before we even look at the Powerball, because I had someone ask me in the comments yesterday. There hasn't really been any movement on that yet. So basically it's delayed, right? It's got these hiccups. Now they're not sure if it's going to be approved. They're really saying it's just a political ploy and it will eventually get approved. And so the recommendation is still to apply. So yeah, there's not really any update on that except for it's kind of stuck. It's on pause for now. But they do encourage people to apply if they think they're eligible. Debbie was asking me if I had an update on the education program that the unemployment office offers, and I do have an update on that. So we'll get into that in a minute. And of course, if you guys have questions about your middle class tax refund, the debit cards, the mailing date, any of that, I'm happy to talk about that. Also, I noticed that I have a title of a book in the back that I probably shouldn't. How do I hide that? Can I just turn that one sideways? That's not gonna work. Ugh! It's probably not very cute either. All right. There, now you can't see it. I got a headache from doing that. How is that possible? Okay, so we're gonna look at Powerball first. Joel says the Powerball drawing has been delayed because of technical difficulties. I just dropped my cell phone. That's a technical difficulty. Now you have your suspicion that it's truly a rigged system. Someone won and they didn't want anyone to. Reprogramming the drawing, it seems. I hope not. I bought tickets, and you guys heard me say on last night's live, if I win, I will share it with everyone who's subscribed to the channel. Ben says, looks like the Powerball is rigged as the drawing is massively delayed. Doesn't matter, as I know I won't ever win. Didn't buy any tickets, did you? Yes, I bought 10 tickets. And of course, thanks to Ernie, he donated to me and really to the channel because I'm going to share it if I win. So maybe they're reprogramming it so I could win. I wish. But yeah. And also, guys, Graham Stephan has a video out on like the odds of the lotto, and he says if he wins, he will share it. Johnny says, I'm going to look at the article about the Powerball drawing being delayed. Johnny says, thank you. You remember watching my videos during EDD pandemic. You own your own business now in California. That is so awesome. And are you hiring? I'm still looking for a job, guys. Hi, Michael. Okay, let's look in the lottery. All right, Andrew says, I don't believe it. Or believe, I think you mean to say believe in it. A 1 in 300 million chance, and it's not worth it. Ernie's saying too that the Powerball has been delayed. What in the heck? Has that ever happened before? Let's look at this. Candy. Is there AWA? I'm not sure what that stands for. Latrice says, I'm not working right now, so I need a job. Earlier today, I released a video. I have applied to be an apprentice for Meet Kevin. So my old movie theater closed. I got a new job. That did not work out. So I'm back on the whole like unemployment train. I did apply to work for Meet Kevin today. That job's going to pay $15.50. My old job just totally closed, the one where I was at for 25 years. I'm hoping that maybe I go work for the company again, but I don't know yet. I certainly liked that company. Even though during the pandemic and while I had a job, I was applying to be like Graham Stephan's assistant. I applied to be my friend Grant's assistant, and now meet Kevin. Meet Kevin is cool. There's a guy though that's putting out videos about how it's like a bit of a scam. He's saying that like it's only going to pay minimum wage, but the thing is like you have to look at so when you are trying to change directions or pivot or go walk down a new path, sometimes, yes, Debbie, we're going to talk about that for sure, the EDD educational benefit. Okay, let me talk about that really quick. Let me finish my sentence about meet Kevin. He says he's hiring between like 5 and 10 apprentice for 5 to 10 apprenticeships. That's hard to say. And I wouldn't recommend anybody move to California just for that. He's going to pay minimum wage, but at least he's paying something. He is new to having employees, so that might be a little bit of a challenge for him. But for me, it's an opportunity because I could use the help with my YouTube videos. I very much think that all those books can't possibly be wrong, which says like you'll pick up on the habits of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if I spend the most time with Meet Kevin, who exercises and puts out YouTube videos at least once a day and has all these other businesses and has high net worth. Donna says he's cute. He is a married man and he is way too young for me. Rachel, I did my makeup earlier to put out that interview video when I applied to be an apprentice for Meet Kevin. All right. So Debbie, on the EDD educational benefit, what I was told by a representative was actually that they referred me to like this center, a work source center. And I called and like they want you to enroll before they really tell you what the program is about. And when I called, not the Work Source Center, but like I had called the EDD again and I asked them about the educational benefit because I'm also interested in getting my real estate license, which is something that Meet Kevin says he'll pay for if you become one of his apprentices. And I was like, this would be really cool if it paid for that. And the program that I was referred to, they kept saying like, and we'll train you to get like your security guard card. And they seem to really be focusing on security guards. And then so that was the Work Source Center, but the actual EDD, sorry, I'm all over the place, but the actual EDD told me that like, if I was just planning on going to school or something like that, that usually they don't pay for those programs. And that almost it would, if I check the box that says I'm attending school, even if it's an approved EDD program, that it would most likely trigger one of those determination interviews for unemployment benefits. And then if it triggers a determination interview, they can kind of like stop giving you your benefits until they hold that determination interview. So I think that if I do go to school, I'm not going to do it through any of the EDD programs. At least that's what they told me. And we all know, though, that sometimes the reps don't give you correct information. Okay, so now the Work Source Center. People asked about beauty school. They asked about like starting their own business. And they were like, well, you should just sign up. And they were really pressuring me to sign up for the program. And part of me is tempted, but I made an appointment, an in-person appointment, and I went. And then talk about reps not knowing what they're talking about. Like I went And I was like, oh, do you offer this kind of program? Do you offer that kind of program, like real estate? Or what do you offer for small businesses? Because the channel is a small business. And she was like, oh, well, your caseworker will tell you that. And I was like, why did I make an appointment today? And she's like, well, I thought you wanted to sign up. And I was like, but you can just sign up online. And it was really weird. She was definitely just the receptionist. And there's nothing wrong with being just the receptionist, except for I called, I asked about what programs were available. She was like, yeah, you can come down and speak to us in person. She made the appointment, but with herself, with me and her. And then did not know why I was there. And then she was like, well, that's what you talk about with your counselor. And I was like, well, how do I get a counselor? And she's like, well, you have to sign up. And that seems so weird. And the thing with unemployment benefits, right? If you guys remember, is you have to check the box that says, did you refuse any work? And they were so focused on helping getting their people security guard cards that I like, and actually some security guard jobs are really good. Like, I could see myself being like, working at like an office and how like if you go to a fancy office, they make you check in. I could for sure do that, and that's a security guard position. The little person in the booth at it, if you go visit a friend at a condo or townhomes, sometimes there's a person who issues you a parking pass. I would be willing to do that. Like, I'm not above that. I really want to enter the world of like content creation, either help like I really want to help another YouTuber. Um so much so that I'd be willing to work for minimum wage to do that. But in my heart, I don't really want to be a security guard unless there's something about that security guard pay that I don't know. I also think I'd get really bored and probably sunburned sitting in one of those booths, but there's nothing wrong with that. There's no shade to that. But I don't want to be really pursuing and actively applying for all these jobs to work for YouTubers like Meet Kevin. So this is the third video interview I've had to do. But I've applied to work for Mr. Beast. I applied to work for Eric. I applied to work for my friend Phidias, who called me today but still hasn't actually hired me, probably because like he's my friend, so I give him like ideas for free. Don't give away your ideas for free. I should make him hire me. But KW, how so? California has really changed. That seems like a good time to remind people that if you have not already done so, please make sure that you get out and vote in the polls tomorrow, or get your ballot in the mail tomorrow, or drop your ballot at an approved drop box. Not that I know of. Nobody's got the training benefit. Oh, and what they told me about, guys, we are going to talk about the middle class tax refund. If you guys are just coming in, make sure to ask me your questions. I'm happy to answer those. I love talking all things finance. We're going to look into the Powerball drawing being delayed, and I'll put up an article that I can share on screen in just a second. And if you're just joining, I'm not in the blue room today. I am at home, but I think I'm renting out the blue room, so I've got it configured like a bedroom, but then that means it's not going to be a tax write-off. I don't know exactly. Anyway, preparing that room to be rented, and so then I promise that I'll find something that is slightly more aesthetically pleasing to watch than this, but I don't have it up now. Uh-oh. Okay. KW, I'm really interested about how California has changed. So, Debbie, they did say that the benefit to doing the career training benefit is that you don't have to look for a job if you're in one of their approved programs. So it seems to me that the only benefit that I could see from signing up and telling the EDD that you're in one of their approved programs is that your work search requirement is waived. But then the girl that I spoke to was basically like, but just don't tell them that even if you go through an approved program. She was like, because basically it's going to cause hassles with your claims. So yeah, that kind of stinks. Okay. Francis, I'm so sorry that a lot of your clients got laid off. That is a concern of mine. The economy is not great right now. Whoever wins that Powerball is going to be able to provide people with a lot of jobs. Powerball delay is making social media filled with angry people who demand if they're overnight billionaires. And then Renegade Billy, 2007. Hi, Renegade Billy. I'm good. How are you? Okay. Let's look up an article on that Powerball and see what's going on. Hold on one second. Oh, it looks like they have. Hold on. Let me see. I'll share my screen with you. Ben is asking, Ernie's going to win. Not if I win first, but if I win, it's probably because you donated some money to me to buy tickets. I'll, of course, take care of my mom. My mom better be subscribed to the channel, though. So, yeah. Debbie, it's almost impossible to get clarity on these EDD issues, and it's really frustrating. Your friend didn't end up signing up. I'll try and dig a little bit more if I don't get a call from Meet Kevin. Okay, so now I'm streaming the Powerball. I don't know if those are the numbers, so don't. Powerball November 5th. No, so that's not it. Watch the drawing. Okay, this is a CNN number. Not number, article. The drawing for the record 1.9 billion Powerball jackpot has been delayed over security protocols. What the heck does that even mean? Okay, inside the secure world of choosing Powerball millionaires. This lady with gloves is going to make me a millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire? Okay, me. I want to be a billionaire, though. Why not? Okay, actually, I don't. I don't think anybody really needs that much money. Okay, the California Lottery announced late Monday night that it's delaying the Powerball drawing because officials need more time to complete security protocols. Why is it the California Lottery making it the announcement? Okay, whatever. Powerball has strict security requirements that must be met by all 48 lotteries before a drawing can occur, the California Lottery said in a post on social media. A participating lottery needs extra time to meet those requirements before the drawing can be conducted, according to the post. A participating lottery. Oh, so okay, should we look at the social media post? So, okay, at first that sentence didn't make sense to me, but I think a participating lottery means like it could be California, it could be Georgia, one of the 48 lotteries needed extra time to meet the requirements before the drawing can be conducted, according to the post. We'll look at, oh, they're going to show us the post. When the required security protocols are complete, the drawing will be performed under the supervision of lottery security officials and independent auditors. Winning numbers will be posted as soon as they are available, the California Lottery said. The delay for the highly anticipated drawing comes as the Powerball lottery jackpot has swelled to 1.9 billion Monday, according to the California Lottery, making it the largest lotto prize ever offered, just as its organizers intended when they changed the odds in 2015. Okay, and then here's the post. This is a tweet. Elon, are you messing with us? Do I want the news summarized? No, I do not. Okay, so this is a tweet, hence the little blue bird over here in the corner. Tonight's Powerball drawing has been delayed due to a participating lottery needing extra time to complete the required security protocols. Powerball has strict security requirements that must be met by all 48 lotteries before a drawing can occur. And that's one of two. So that usually means that there is a second post, but it is not being shown in this article. There were no winning tickets sold for Saturday's drawing of 1.6 billion, already the highest lotto prize offered. The last Powerball jackpot was won on August 3rd in Pennsylvania. The jackpot value is the amount a winner would get if they took 30 graduated annual installments, though a winner can also choose the cash option to get a lump sum of lesser value. P.S. guys, Graham Stephan did the math on this. If you do the lump sum, even though it's less total money that you get from the actual lottery, if you invest it and you get just a 6% return, and the stock market, if you invest in index funds, usually averages a 10% return. The rate that Graham used was a 6% return. And he calculated that you'd get a whole extra $1 billion if you just took the winnings and invested them. So if you took the lump sum, it would wind up getting you an extra $1 billion. Okay, so for the 1.9 billion jackpot, the winner can choose between getting 30 equal payments of about $63 million a year, or receiving a lump sum cash value of about 929 million. The largest Powerball ever won. Oops, what am I doing? I'm messing up my screen. The largest, I don't have my mouse. Okay. Okay. We're just going to give up. I'm not going to highlight it. The largest Powerball jackpot ever won was in January 2016 when 3 winners split a prize advertised at 1.586 billion. Each took their share of the cash value, which added up to 983.5 million. Yes, that means the cash value of the current record 1.9 billion jackpot is less than the cash value of the 1.586 billion jackpot 6 years ago. You can thank the Federal Reserve's recent interest rate hikes for that discrepancy. That's interesting. I want to look into that. Powerball draws. That's hard to say. Powerball draws. I feel like I'm saying draws. Like, whatever. What is wrong with me? Powerball draws take place every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Blah, blah, blah. The odds of winning the jackpot of all 5 numbers and the Powerball are 1 in 292.2 million. Okay, should we let's go to the California Lottery's Twitter. Okay, we're going to share this tab instead. And let's see if the drawings, it's still saying, is it still delayed? Do they not post it on Twitter right away? And this is an hour ago. All of these are an hour. Check your tickets. Meh. Okay. It's so funny because 2 hours ago it says ticket sales for Powerball have ended. Tonight's draw will happen at 7:59 p.m. Apparently not. And then it says due to high traffic, there may be a delay. Thank you in advance for your patience, players. Good luck. Interesting. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing in regards to the lottery and that big Powerball ticket. I almost wouldn't even want to win that much money. That's too much. Oh, my feet are asleep because I'm on the couch, like just all kind of curled up. Okay, let's see here. Let me go back up. KW says, the way business is done, the way you have to interact with businesses and people not comprehending anything. Girl, yes, that is so true. That is really, really true. Okay, J. Rod says, the middle class stimulus given by alphabet order or age, because some people have got it and others haven't. Okay, so what I really think is happening to a lot of people with that situation where like maybe your last name starts with A, B, C, which should be in the group that even I believe the mailings have started to go out, the debit cards, right? I think what's happening is, and I don't think people are realizing it, is that when you file your taxes, let's say you use TurboTax or H&R Block, you go through and usually they will file your federal taxes for you for free. And when you're done with that, there's a question that pops up that's like, do you want to file your state tax with TurboTax or H&R Block, where you've already just submitted your federal tax for free? And you say yes. And then they say that'll be like, it's like either $15 or $29.99. It's not very much. And you're really happy because you just learned you're getting a refund from your federal taxes. So then you have those programs fill out your state taxes for you. Then you get to the end of that, and let's say you're getting $200 back from the state. Then it asks you a question that says, do you want to pay your tax preparation fees out of your refund? And I personally, when I have gotten a refund back, I always say yes, because I don't want to pay $15 to $30 up front out of my pocket, out of money that I don't have, when I can just take it out of money that I'm getting back in the future. But that is one of the things. So if you answer yes to paying your tax preparation fees out of your state tax refund when you filed, that is one of the reasons that they list on the website as being a reason for receiving the debit card. Now, on the website, and we can go there in a second. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to go to the Franchise Tax Board website to pull up the official information on that middle class tax refund. But on the website with the debit cards, there's a mailing date. And even on the website in writing, they say to allow up to 2 additional weeks from the mailing date to actually receive your debit card. But when people are calling the reps and actually speaking to a rep at the Franchise Tax Board, much like our good friends at the EDD, they're being told to allow up to 4 weeks from the mailing date. Okay, Ben, damn, is the economy going to HE? I'm going to assume that the next 2 letters would be double hockey sticks as towards another massive recession. A lot of people are saying that that is possible. All right, Ernie's positive he's going to win. Debbie says, how can we get to the bottom of this EDD issue to get clarity on it? I honestly don't know. I did try. And part of the reason why I went to that like work source center, I think it was called, was to try and find out more about the training benefit. And they were just super unhelpful. And I don't want to sign up for something without knowing what I'm signing up for, because at this stage of looking, I'm still okay as long as I'm getting unemployment benefits. I'm still in the mode of like applying for dream jobs. And we got the holidays coming up, So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But there will come a time where I would gladly take a security job, but I'm worried that if I sign up for this worksource benefit program, that they're going to offer me a security job, and then I would have to take it because it's the questions on the unemployment certification says, did you refuse any work? And I don't want to be offered a security job and then turn it down and then have to mark that I refused work. KW says California is way overpopulated with people from all over the world. That is true. Well, I don't know if it's true that it's overpopulated, but it is filled with people from all over the world. That's actually something that I love about California. One thing I would like to say is a lot of times people are like, "Oh, California has so many homeless people because the Democrats just give them free handouts and free money." And I don't think that's the case. We're coming up on winter right now, and it's getting cold. It's going to be like 43, 46 degrees, but that's not enough to even get snow, You can survive the winter here in California if you're homeless, not comfortably, but you're not going to freeze to death. And there are literally some states where it would be too cold for a homeless person to live. So, what are they going to do? Of course, they're going to come to a warm, sunny state. It's very easy. I don't know how it is up north, but down here at Venice Beach, it's public showers. It's designed to like wash the sand off your feet before you go back to your car after you've been to the beach. But you can shower. There's bathrooms there. So you know, there's all sorts of reasons, and I don't think it has to do with politics about why people are coming here. Um but yeah, I like that there are people from all over the world. Elon Musk says that we have an underpopulation program, and that I think his reasoning on that, I haven't read it in super detail, but I think it has to do with like our social security benefits. Basically, like we need a lot of young people paying into the social security system to fund the older people. It's a mess. Colleen wants to say bingo with the Powerball. My mom really loves playing bingo. W, how are you? It means the secure world is rigged. Random numbers, not so much. It's designed. Well, I hope it can design itself onto making me the winner of the Powerball. Um, Debbie says, friend had the same runaround experience as me. Total frustration and exhausted. Resulted with no final outcome. Yeah, I almost feel like you'd just be better to go to school on your own, not worry about getting help with the stupid EDD, and just not even telling them you're in school, which is what they told me to do. Doesn't Channel 9 draw the Powerball live? That's what I thought, but maybe not. I don't know. Obviously not. Okay, Debbie, so fed up with EDD and its programs, which is how they like to operate. Indeed, they're hiring. I still have not actually applied to work at the EDD because, again, you can't answer. You're not allowed to refuse work. So if I apply and they offer me a job, I have to take it. Plus, that seems like that would be a conflict of interest. Okay, Debbie, who can be confronted about this so-called benefit and how to utilize it? You know what? I will ask my friend KAFLA TV. He's the apprentice, paid apprentice to why can't I get my words out tonight? Because I have this bright light shining right behind me. I think that's like affecting my concentration. And I'm tired. And I have these weird eyelashes on. Not my real eyelashes, guys. I will ask him. He works for an assembly member. That's what I was trying to say. And so I'm sure he could find out. Okay. That's crazy. $62 million a year. That's just absolutely mind-boggling. Yeah, that's like crazy. Nobody needs $62 million a year. That's super insane. Okay. So Francis, Graham Stephan says it would wind up being more to take the lump sum. That's always the theory, is that if you take the lump sum and you invest it wisely, that it will end up being more. But I mean, even if you took the payments on this and you invested some of it, it seems like it could still grow quite a bit. So I wonder how that would work out. Hi, Jose. How are you? Ernie. Oh, the drawing's taking place in Tallahassee, Florida. But they're waiting for that security glitch to be secure before they pull the balls. Very interesting. Even with just $2 million, you're happy. Invest it all and live off the 3% interest rate or more per year. Yeah, that would be more than enough to live off of, all honestly. Okay, so Debbie, this is a friend of a friend that I'm going to rent the blue room to, aka house hacking. And because it's a friend of a friend, and because this is actually someone that's visiting from another country, and I'm kind of hoping he doesn't stay long-term secretly. I'm just going to charge him $100 a week. So basically $400 a month. And that is going to include utilities. The longest he's going to be here is 2 months. And I know that like, you might think that like, which is crazy, right? For LA. But this is like this on the other side of this is a window from the windows. That's the window right there where my hand, you can even kind of see my hand right there. And then all I have to do is turn my laptop. There's I think you can see like all the way into the kitchen. Yeah, you can. You can see the other wall from just like the turn of my computer screen. So this is not a big house. My whole house is about 638 square feet. So it's a really small space. Like when either of us go to the bathroom, you're probably going to be able to hear the other one. Okay. Donna says, my friend got 1,050. I thought we were getting 350. So for most of us, we are getting 350. I got 350. Most of the people that I know got 350. Some people, if you make a lot of money, if you make too much money, you're not getting anything. But even some high earners are getting $200 back as part of the middle class tax refund. If your friend got 1,050, that means that they've, excuse me, they filed married and they filed jointly. So married filed jointly. Hold on. I'm like coughing. Give me 2 seconds. You guys know when I drink water to please like the video. So married filed jointly, and they must have at least one dependent. So that is the amount for a married couple who filed jointly and has one dependent. Anthony, if you can only tell the franchise tax board your direct deposit info, so you can just get it now, not in January. Yeah, if only. Hi, King, you would take the lump sum. That's what they say is the wise thing. So I'm 45, and in 30 years, I'd be 75. I probably could get all the payments at least before I passed away. Graham Stephan certainly says that if you invest it, that you'd actually wind up with closer to $3 billion. With an amount that big, though, like, I just can't help but wonder, and maybe I'll do the math myself, but not right now. Ugh, gonna readjust because I'm on this couch. I wonder if you just invested like 50 million every year, how much that would wind up being. Okay. Anthony says, you went to the liquor store earlier today and the line wrapped around the entire building. That lotto is so hyped. Yeah, that's crazy. Like people like to go to like lucky lottery store. Oh my goodness. Let's change. You guys, we got to change the little thing, the little picture from the bat to the lady with money. We got to manifest that. Okay. So hopefully there's Shelly's Millions with a bunch of money. I went to 7-Eleven because I almost forgot. And then I went like not too long before this live, but long enough that they hadn't closed sales yet. Like maybe like 6:45, 6:30, 6:45, something like that. And pretty much everybody in there was buying lottery tickets, including myself. Okay. Jose says, you can't wait for your California stimulus. You have a lot of things going on. Well, Jose, best of luck to you, and I hope that you get it soon. Okay, Dante. Hi, Dante. I haven't seen you in the stream before, so welcome. I hope you're still here because I ramble sometimes. Surprise, surprise to those of you that are not new. Dante says, have not received it yet. Your last name is C. And yes, you received the Golden State 1 stimulus, but did change your bank account. Will I get the debit card? Yes. And Dante, unfortunately, for people who have changed their bank accounts, you're going to be in the last group of recipients, the group of recipients that gets it like all the way possibly in January. So you might be waiting for a while. KW says the workforce program is a waste of time. Yeah, and that seems to kind of be what my EDD... KW, I like you. I'm not sure I've seen you in here before, but yep, I like you. All right, Debbie, You can turn down a job that pays below a wage that is not high enough to support yourself, and it is significantly below your previous wage, correct? Yes, actually, I forgot about that. You are correct in that. It's supposed to kind of somewhat equal what you were last making, your last salary requirements. But again, ooh, sorry, all my chins come out when I yawn. I'm still on Georgia time a little bit, I think. Dang it, Debbie. I thought I brought my little guy over here. Oh, don't let me. Here, look, I got weird girls. Who have I got? Her name is Exorcist because she's got like a little Easter bunny outfit. I thought I brought my little green guy over here for you, but I don't see him. I must have left him in the kitchen. Because the kitchen is another contender for where I'm going to do these lives. Anyway, you are correct. Sorry, I have food in my teeth now. It's a great night. So yes, you can turn down a job if it doesn't pay similarly to your previous job, but then they're going to probably want a determination interview, at least if you're like honest about that. I don't know how the corporate reporting works to the EDD. I did represent my company before on unemployment claims. I have definitely sent back the paperwork to be like, I don't think this person ever worked for us. But in terms of actually like being like, oh yeah, no, they said they looked for a job, but they didn't, like, I don't know. So I would want to answer the question honestly. Did you refuse work as yes? And then list the reason that it didn't pay like a comparable wage. But that seems sure that it would trigger a determination interview. All right, Linda says, Hi, Linda. First of all, you lived in California since birth. You're in your 60s. And yes, it's changed a lot, sadly, towards a place you don't even recognize anymore. That is sad. They're giving Social Security out to people who haven't put into it. Wait, what is that in relationship to? Now I don't remember what we're talking about. I'm not sure that they've done that. I'm not sure about that. I will say, like, doesn't everybody get Social Security like Donald Trump and millionaires and billionaires? Am I allergic to something? I think if you make like a crazy amount of money per year, I don't think that you should be eligible for Social Security. And I think that that would help solve it. Like, does Warren Buffett, like, does he get a Social Security check? What about like Jeff Bezos? Is he old enough to get a Social Security check? And if so, is he taking it? Like, that's crazy. All right, Anthony says invest 900 million and watch the 6% make that grow massively. Yes. So that's what Graham Stephan was saying, that would be an extra billion. But I want to do the math and see, like, if I just invested 50 million every year for 30 years at like a 6%, what that would turn out to be, and then plus the extra. I don't know if on a amount that big, if I would actually take the lump sum or not. Because it's so much money. Like, who cares about, I mean, an extra billion? I don't know. I would want to help people. Okay. KW says, Linda, right, you get me. You've been here. And yes, it's a different place. I've lived my whole life in California, and even I am considering moving. All right, Jose says the company I work for had to bring like 100 migrant workers from Honduras just to run a production line of popsicles ice cream. All right. Hopefully they brought them here legally, but I will say I have a friend whose grandparents still live in Honduras, and you guys know bats are my favorite animal, and the Honduran bat might be my very favorite bat. But a lot of times they live in kind of like dangerous conditions. So hopefully your employer brought them here legally and that they're now living a better life. Hi, Alex. To the windows, to the walls. Not if I want my channel to stay monetized. But I do know that song and I do like it. I also really like I kind of like some ratchet songs. I like Salt Shaker by the Ying Yang Twins. That's one of my favorites. Definitely cannot sing that one either. Okay. Curly says, FTB seems to be going by their website. I filed 2020 taxes electronically, but Golden State stimulus received by check. Just received the stimulus debit last Friday. Hashtag long wait. Hashtag patience. Yep. Oh, Donna, meet Kevin, is not single and he definitely has kids. Meet Kevin, not single, has his wife, she has a channel. She seems like a lovely person. Her name is Lauren and they have 2 kids, Max and somebody else that starts with an M, I believe. Okay, Alex says, invest the full winning entirely. How much per year can you make? Insane amounts. Yes, insane amounts. Okay, Debbie says, Smart Shelly, these income streams will cover your mortgage. Yes. So I'm gonna be renting out. I think I'm gonna rent out the blue room, which is why I'm streaming from a different room. I'm getting that prepared. So I have a friend that rents the garage for work from home. And then if I rent the blue room, that won't quite cover my mortgage. But I bought my house when the market crashed before. My entire mortgage payment is only $1,100. I don't know if I've ever shared that before. So between the 2 of them, I think that's going to cover all except for like $200 or $300 of the mortgage payment. And that includes like the insurance and my real estate taxes, because as long as the bank owns the house, they hold an escrow account for you. So I do that. And the house is in a 15-year loan. It will be paid off in about 4 more years, I think. Renegade Billy says, when my refund comes in, hopefully I'm going to a bar and drinking. You know, spend it how you want to, tip your bartenders well. Gig economy workers, well, I guess they're not a gig economy worker, but restaurant workers and bartenders are very hardworking people and deserve great tips. Isaac says, no offense, but why are people worried about denying job offers? If it's a good job, we should take it. EDD won't last forever. So I'm not working again. And so I was talking about signing up for like a training benefit program. So it's not people, it's literally me. And I'm happy to share with you why, for me, I'm worried about denying a job offer. So I very much would love to either A, have my YouTube channel be able to pay for all my bills or win the Powerball, or to kind of switch career paths and work for another content creator. I just made a video today for Meet Kevin to try and join his apprenticeship. Now that's only going to pay $15.50 an hour, but I think that the experience would make that pay cut worth it for me. But there's this workforce program and Debbie was asking about training benefits. And I've always wanted to kind of be a real estate agent. And so I was like, maybe they have a training program and maybe they'll pay for me to get my real estate license. So I was like looking into that. And I made an appointment. I went in and then I was like, oh, so what are will you help me pay for my real estate license? They also mentioned that they had small business programs. And when I went there, turns out that my appointment was just with the receptionist herself. And she's like, well, that's what your counselor will tell you. And I was like, well, who's the counselor? Like, how do I get an appointment with the counselor? And she's like, well, you sign up for the program. But everything that I heard about the program beforehand, and even they kept mentioning like helping people get their security guard cards. So, and again, if it was a good job, like if I was a security officer at a really nice corporate building and I was just checking people in as they were going up to like the different floors, that would be fine. If I was like the person at like condos or townhouses where they check in the cars at that little booth before you actually go in, that would be fine. But like, unless it paid really, really crazy well, like I'm a little bit old to like be on my feet all the time. I definitely don't want to like run after shoplifters. I'm clumsy. Uh, that's not my dream job. Would I take a security job where I did have to be on my feet all day, or where I did have to run for people, after people, if like I was at a point where I wasn't able to pay the bills? Absolutely. But I'm worried that if I sign up for one of these training benefit programs and then they're going to offer me like a security job and I'm going to have to take it when I don't want it. And yeah, you're absolutely right that unemployment benefits are not going to last forever. But I think mine run out at the end of February. So my plan, I've been applying, like I'm not applying. Even when I was on vacation, I applied to the jobs that I needed to remain eligible for benefits. And if someone would have hired me, for the right opportunity, I would have flown back. I didn't get any interviews, so I didn't even have to worry about that. But um right now, since I'm able to make ends meet with just my unemployment benefits, I want to be a little bit choosy about where I work. Meet Kevin. I would like to work for Meet Kevin. I would love to work for SpaceX. I'm wearing my earring. Oh, guys, my friend Phidias, I made that video about how I left him alone in the woods. He's trying to get a hug from Elon Musk. Follow Phidias0 on Twitter if you're on Twitter, and like whenever he tweets about getting Elon to hug him, like retweet it or something. Okay, Anthony says EDD today is still 450 maximum a week. The booster from back in the pandemic made it nice, but let's be real here, 450 a week isn't enough in California. I'm very, very fortunate that my expenses are so low. My whole mortgage is 1,100. So what are my benefits? Let's see here. 450. Some weeks have some months have 5 weeks as well, but let's just go with a 4-week month times 4. My car is paid off. So that's 1,800 a month on a 4-week month, and then minus my mortgage, which I have people like, or at least I have one person renting out my garage for work from home. So but with my even with my mortgage, I would have $700 left over. And I just like right now I'm just kind of staying at home, like making YouTube videos. I'm not really spending money. I'm being very careful with my money. So yeah, but for most people, they wouldn't be able to make their ends meet. That's why I made the video with my mom on Social Security, because I'm really worried about people when they get older. KW says it'll interrupt your pay if you do the training benefits. Yeah. Debbie says that determination interview is done quickly when that particular benefit is involved, is what I understand. The thing is, like, I don't want to risk it with the stinky EDD. Okay. KW says people from other countries can get Social Security checks. Social Security comes out of your paycheck if you work. So you're entitled to it if you work. Yeah. Okay. But like, so if I win that Powerball, right? If I win that $1.9 billion, I don't need my Social Security check anymore. Like I have enough work credits. Maybe not yet, but like even if I never went to work again, I would get some Social Security money when I retire. But like if I really had $2 billion, whatever amount I would receive from the government, like honestly, like I wouldn't need it. And I think like, okay, Tom Hanks, right? He's getting up there in age, right? Maybe Oprah. They're a little older. Are they getting Social Security checks? Because they got a lot of money. Like Oprah's the richest woman in the world or something. I'm not sure. Like, do they need to get their Social Security check? Yes, they worked for it, and yes, they earned it, right? But if they really don't need that money, like why draw Social Security benefits? That's my thing. I think if you make like crazy money, like crazy, like if you make like Oprah money, if you make Tom Hanks money, if you make winning that Powerball money, even my old bosses, like the old owners of the company I worked for, Mark Cuban used to own the company I worked for. Like he's a billionaire. He does not need a Social Security check. He just doesn't. Okay. Where is the question to move? So I just visited Georgia and it's lovely there, so I might do that. Uh people from foreign countries can work legally with a visa. Do they have Social Security taken out though? I'm not sure about that either. I just don't know. There's some things that I know a lot about, like my own finances and credit scores and things like that. And then there's other things like how people taxes work and having Social Security taxes taken out of paychecks if people work from a foreign country, because how if they went back to the foreign country when they're old enough to retire, they wouldn't be able to get the benefits if they were living there and not here, right? Even though they paid into it. And then I don't know how I feel about that. If they lived here and they worked here and they paid into it, if they went back to their own country and they were really poor and they needed the money, I sort of think they should be eligible for that. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know, guys. I'm just talking. Okay. Donna. No, my friend that got the 1050 is single with no kids. That should not be the amount that she received. That doesn't sound right to me. That's not supposed to be how much someone single with no kids got. Maybe there's something your friend's not telling you. It's a little weird. Okay, Jose, I guess nobody wants an entry level job anymore. So that's not necessarily true. So again, like if I applied to work for Meet Kevin, entry level jobs, minimum wage here in California is $15.50. I would do it for something like that, something that I think could help my career long term. Something else, and Meet Kevin says this will be part of the job that he's hiring for, but I'm thinking about doing property management. I think I would be really good at being a property manager, but I don't have any experience in that. So that would be an entry level position for me, but hopefully it would have the potential for growth. So it just depends. Like I have 25 years of management experience, which I think translates into a lot of different fields. Now I've got 2 years of YouTube under my belt. But I'm a little old for most YouTubers, quite honestly. Like YouTube is kind of a young man's game. So if I want to go into marketing or something like that, for other content creators, it is going to be a little harder for me. But knowing that is why I would do it just for minimum wage. So it just depends on the job. So I would take an entry level job, and I 100%. This is what the channel is based on. I 100% believe in taking an entry level job and working your way up, and that the American dream is still possible even under those circumstances. So that's what I did. That's how I bought my house. I clawed my way up. I saved a little bit of money. I saved it in my 401k. I borrowed against my 401k to get the house. And now it'll be paid off and before too much longer. So yeah, I think entry level jobs are great, like depending on what your needs are and what you're looking for. Yeah, my management experience I think translates into a lot of different fields, and I'm not skippity dee dah over potentially making minimum wage again at 45, but like if it's for the right field that I think has more long-term potential, absolutely, especially because right now I'm in a position where I am so fortunate that I think I could cover my bills on minimum wage. Let's see, 15.50. That's what it's going to be in January here in California. 15.50. And let's just go ahead and say you get a full 40 hours a week. That's the other thing with entry level jobs. You don't always get the full 40. Yeah, 620 minus taxes. That should be enough. Okay. X6Berry1, you know I can't say your name. How much was my down payment when I first bought my house? If you can reveal it. Yeah. So when I first got my house, I definitely financed with an FHA loan, which only requires 3% down. But there was something that like you paid less interest if you put 5% down. So I put 5% down. The house was $130,000. So hold on, let me do the math. That's not very much. Times 130 times 0.8. 1,205 equals 6,500 is what I put down on my house, which is not a crazy amount of money. Let's see if you divided 6,500 divided by 12. That's $542 that you would need to save every month for a year. But when I bought this house, it was when the market crashed. I really need to make a full video about this. When I bought the house, it was when the market crashed. I have also refinanced the house. I'm not in an FHA loan anymore. I'm in a conventional loan. My mom had me worried. She was like, utilities in a house cost more than they do in an apartment. And I'd never had a house before. So I was like, how much more are utilities? And like, you pay for like your water and your trash in an apartment, or I'm sorry, in a house, and you don't normally pay that in an apartment. Like normally your water and your trash and your sewage are all paid for, but I have to pay that myself in my house. So I really had no idea. I don't really find that my gas or my electric and my sanitation bills on my electric, I don't really find that that's that much higher than when I was renting. What is wrong with me? Okay, I'm taking another drink of water. You guys please like the video. And okay. So I paid 5% down so that I could have a slightly lower interest rate. And then once I realized that my utilities were not going to be that much more is when I refinanced, and that FHA loan was a 30-year loan. And then now I'm in a conventional loan that is only a 15-year loan. I had pulled out about half of what was in my 401k, which financial advisors do not really advise you to do. I got it in my head that I was going to get this little house at auction. And the little house at auction, when you buy a house at auction, you need to have all cash. And so I pulled out the maximum cash from my 401k that I could, which was $28,000. And I wanted this little house that was right near the train tracks, and it was only a 1-bedroom, I think. But somebody bought that house for $99,000 cash. I did not have $99,000 cash. So I just kind of let the money sit there in the bank because I knew I was looking and I knew I wanted to buy soon. And I drug my real estate agent. She's a saint. Her name's Kathleen Mueller. She's still in business. And actually, if I did get my real estate license, I would love to work for her and her company. I just love her to death. But I drug her all over the place. We looked in Long Beach. We looked in Inglewood. And then finally, I got a house half a block away from my old apartment. Thanks, Francis. Okay, Anthony says, when my refund comes, I'm going to save it for a rainy day in this economy. That is wise. Anthony, if you haven't signed up for Yada Bank, I'm serious. You should do it because with my Yada Bank, they do this thing that's like a lottery, and then you have the ability to win up to $10 million. No one's won the $10 million ever. But anyway, they do like a lottery system every week. And I've won more money in that lottery system over the past 2 years than the amount of the middle class tax refund. So that's why I like them. Be choosy while you can. Yeah, that's the plan. But I absolutely do not mean to convey to anyone that I think I'm too good for a minimum wage job or an entry level position. I'm being choosy while I can. But there may come a time where I'm like, hi, let me take your order, please. And I do not have a problem with that. I'm living smart. Yes, I'm trying to. Rachel says, wish I could get that extra help. I'm on social. I pray a lot for a miracle and behind in rent. We'll see. Okay, Rachel, there are organizations that could potentially help you with your rent. Even if you're not Catholic, a lot of the Catholic charities can help you with rent. Please look into some of those programs, and I'm going to pray for a miracle for you as well. Okay, live your life. They should give it to someone else. Yeah, like millionaires and billionaires should give their Social Security to someone. Did I fly or drive to Georgia? A little bit of both. We flew. And Debbie, that's where I was for the last 2 weeks. I guess I probably didn't communicate that well. So I went to Georgia. It wasn't a whole 2 weeks, but it was almost 2 weeks. That's why I didn't go live. My internet was not great. And I didn't want to be rude I have a half brother, half sister there. So we stayed with my half brother and my sister-in-law. She's wonderful. So we flew into Atlanta. So I was with my mom. She's 75 and she doesn't do well sitting for long periods of time or standing for long periods of time. So we were trying to find like a combination, and most of my family's closer to Savannah. So which is actually closer to the Jacksonville airport, but those tickets were too much money. So, and my sister and my brother, my half sister, half brother, they paid for our plane tickets over there. So I didn't spend any money on that. But we flew into Atlanta and then we stayed a night with my niece, my mom's granddaughter, and her son and her dad and her husband. And then so that gave us a chance to sleep and not have to fly for 6 hours and then drive for about 4. And then we drove the next day all the way down to the rest of Savannah. Yes, they do get taken out and nothing back. It's crazy. Oh, so Francis, you're saying that people from foreign countries get Social Security taxes taken out, but if they move back home, they don't get any of that. That is a little crazy. Okay, Anthony says, it makes me wonder, where does all the money itself go? The $2 we pay for the lotto, it adds to the jackpot or goes towards something else? Both. So it adds, I think it says where the money goes. Let's go to the official California lottery page, should we? Yes, we should. Let's also refresh this page and see if those dang numbers have come up yet. Oh, what? Oh my goodness. That's so crazy. 27 minutes ago, update. The Powerball draw is still delayed. What? There is an issue in another state. It is not due to any delays at the California lottery. There is currently no estimated time for the drawing. Ooh, that's not going to make people happy. Ooh, Oh, this is kind of funny. If the issue is that someone won and you guys just don't have the money, then say that. It's okay. I promise. Oh my goodness. Speaking of Georgia, Trent, I'm in Georgia and I'm having to watch the dang Cali Twitter for updates. Post which state, they must be shamed. Oh, they're saying it's Philly. Just jiggle the handle. Oh, these are good. Name the state. They're probably rigging the election as well. This is terrible. This sounds like one of the biggest scams in history, and I can smell a lawsuit coming in the name of damages to a personal self being a loss of potential life-changing gains. We have the largest jackpot in lotto history and coincidentally have technical issues. Boss up, make moves. I'm with you on that. That's crazy. And yep, of course, Powerball is trending over here in the United States. And guys, while we're on Twitter, I'm going to show you guys Phidias's Twitter. So follow Phidias. He's trying to get a hug from Elon Musk. That's another place that I would work for free. See, he's on a mission to hug the CEO of Twitter. He got people to spell out hug Phidias. I've already liked this and retweeted it. Left a comment too. But yeah, he got people to spell out hug Phidias on his Twitter. Okay, California lottery page. Let's go. Okay, my finger is hurting, so I don't type right. California lottery. Ouch. Okay. So, biggest jackpot ever. But they can't seem to get it right. Also, this says what's going on here? 1 billion? Results are coming soon. No, they're not. Okay. Is winning your thing? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Our site. Contact us. FAQ. Should we look at, careers at the lottery. Hang on, guys. I need a job. Search lottery jobs. Interesting. Could I work at I'm searching on the lottery. Am I sharing the right tab? Yeah, I am. Whatever. Okay. Job categories. What kind of jobs you got? I don't want to do this. I just want all the jobs. Accounting administrator. I feel like I could do that. Salary range. That must. Nope. Location. Sacramento. Nope. Sacramento. Sacramento. Ooh, district sales representative. Is this a week? Is this a month? Let's look at the job posting. Ooh, district sales supervisor. Los Angeles County. I feel like I could do this. Information. Nope, I can't do IT. I wish I could. Investigator. I'm going to go investigate this. Ooh, I want to... Sacramento County. Dang it. Okay, let's look at... Sorry, guys. We're going to look at a lottery job real quick. So, government job? All right. Do I have a Cal Career account? I don't. Let's see. Minimum requirements. Oh, dear. I feel like... is there a required education? All right. Okay. So California Lottery is hiring. Oh, what? This is a government job. Cal Careers. Look at that. ca.gov. I'm going to work for the lottery. This sounds amazing. Okay. Anyway. Let's see where our lottery money goes to. Sorry, I don't think I was sharing that page with you, but terms of service, facts. Where does the money I spend on lottery games go? 95 cents of every dollar you spend on lottery games goes back to the community through contributions to public schools and colleges, prizes, and retail compensation. See how lottery funds are making a difference on the Who Benefits page. 95 cents of every dollar goes back to the community. So does only 5 cents go into the prize? If so, like, how many 5 cents does it take to get to that billion? That seems crazy. Okay, back to your comments. KW says, Social Security comes from everyone's paycheck. Okay. Romaine says, people from foreign countries can get Social Security. However, they do have to show they worked in their own country at least 10 years, but they get here super easy. But, like, what if they work here and then they go back to their own country? That's what I'm confused about. Yes, they collect and live in other countries. Oh, is that like how they call them expats? Like if Americans move to like Mexico or Thailand and stuff like that? Is that how that works? I don't know how that works. Okay. J1 says you haven't received your card. You know, they're still sending them out all the way through January. Okay. Live Your Life says they need people from other countries to help pay for the older people here. They need more people paying into SSI. My finger doesn't work, guys. Have you heard of something called trigger finger? Because I have that and it's painful and like my finger's not bending like it's supposed to and it hurts. Okay, don't make that face online. Stop whining, Shelly. I'll get win that $1 billion and get my finger fixed. Okay, don't let them fool you. Everyone pays for Social Security. That fund is huge and never ending. Everyone pays into it. Yes, but so you were talking about California being overpopulated, but according to Elon Musk, we don't like the population is decreasing, and that might cause problems for Social Security. I don't know. I have not looked into it that much. Okay, Romaine says, property management pays well in the commercial industry. Boy, they'd love me. Starting at $50,000 to $75,000. Do your entry level at a property management company. Just don't manage homeowners associations. All right. Wow. Jose says, I got hired with a contract because you have a pasteurization license. You won't take an entry level job unless the pay is like $75,000 a year. Live Your Life says, how much is your home worth now? So at the height of everything, they estimated that my house was worth $640,000, and now it's gone down to about $580,000. But still, so what is that? Like it's increased in value almost 4 times what I initially paid for it. Hi, John Francis. Your last name starts with a D. Waiting for a debit card. When do you think I will get it? Okay, so when people are calling the franchise tax board, the franchise tax board is telling people that you have to look at the mailing date, which I think your mailing date is all the way through. I'm going to just pull it up, but I think it is through November 14th. Let's go back to the FTB. They're now, hold on. They're now telling people, debit card mailing time frame through 11/5, which was 2 days ago. But even in writing, they tell people to allow up to 2 weeks from the issue date to receive your debit card in mail. But if you call them, they're actually telling people it is to wait up to 4 weeks. Okay, Eric, so people in California can qualify for EDD if the job offer isn't more than 15. No. Okay, so I it didn't work out at my last job. So I got not fired. I got let go through no fault of my own. So because I got let go for no fault of my own, I qualify for unemployment benefits. However, there's work requirements for receiving unemployment benefits. I have to search for work each week, and you're not allowed to refuse work each week. But there is a clause that says that if the work that you're offered isn't comparable to the last pay rate that you were receiving, then in that case, you can refuse it. So yeah, it's not like, oh, if you're looking for work and the job offer, however, minimum wage is $15 an hour here. And starting in January, it's going to be $15.50. So if the job offer isn't more than $15 an hour here in California, you'd actually report them to the Department of Labor. Hi, Roy. So my home now is worth about $580,000, and that's with the recent prices coming down. And at the height of everything, it was kind of Debbie and Roy are both in here. This makes my heart happy. At the height of everything, they were saying it was worth $640,000. But I have a friend and he's a wise friend, and I think he's a secret millionaire. He says your house is only worth what it's something, and you should only count that when you're ready to sell it. Like basically, if you're not ready to sell your house, you're just living in it. Okay. Rachel says, thank you. Sending light to you as well. There's a woman who has a channel like life for over 60s with Sandra, and she does really well, offers ideas, etc. Really sweet and helpful. I will have to check her out. Okay. Scotty, woohoo! All right, you got your MCTR debit card in the mail today. That is awesome. Okay, Roy, if you're talking about these darn bears, you've been telling me that you really need to start attending more live shows. I've been missing out, Debbie. Like, what kind of live shows? Also, you know who we haven't seen in a while is Kenneth. Kenneth, who went on all the dating shows. Okay, Romaine says, sounds fishy. The biggest lotto payout in history, and that's the night they have the biggest problem too. Right? Like, that does seem fishy, quite honestly. Okay, Roy. Roy had a bunch of cats, and there's new kittens from some of the local strays in the area with the amount of bears in the area. Darn you and your bears. Yeah, so we're going to worry about the cold nights. Also, you're supposed to like tap your hood before you drive in case there's like kittens like trying to warm up by your engine. Okay. Debbie and Ray, we've lost control of the chat now. They're talking about the cats and the bears. All right. James demands 350 on his car. Like now. LOL. All right. Well, I'm going to try and manifest for that for you guys. We got to check Twitter again, right? We got to look at this Powerball. This is insane. How is it not updated yet? Okay, we'll do this. I don't know why I'm going this way instead of just going straight to Twitter because, okay. So let's go to Twitter. Yep. So when was this? This is crazy. 41 minutes ago. Last information is just still the draw is still delayed. There's an issue in another state. It's not due to any delays in the California lottery. There's currently no estimated time for the drawing. Let's see what these comments say. This sounds like one of the biggest scams in history. Oh yeah, boss that makes moves say that. I don't know what this means. They're like, tell us you just don't have the money. Post state. Plot twist. No one wins. Because the tickets are dated for a Monday draw and they do it on Tuesday. Who knows? Okay, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop off now. Thanks so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I will see you next time. Hi.